Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
From Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Don't get flush-traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192. We all know Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holden Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your Boss Plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Game under their belt here on the season as they beat Washburn 80-12 in a game here on opening night. And for East Grand, this is their opening game. Rob, they have not yet played so far. But, you know, for us, lots of things to learn about two teams that are in our area. And why don't we go ahead and start talking about these South Aroostook Lady Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, they're led by their senior leader, Michaela Porter, who is an honorable mention All-State player, two-time defending state champion, and a Husson recruit. She's already signed to play at Husson. You got to be a pretty good basketball player to play at Husson. That's
sure.
High-level basketball. Very good all-around player. She's about 5'10" and can handle the ball. She's played point guard a lot of her career, and good shooter, does a lot of good things, and just like I said, you don't go to Husson without being a good player. Maddie Russell, just a freshman, had a huge impact on the team last year as an 8th grader. Very good defender and super athletic, one of the more athletic girls that you're going to see. Super quick. So they're set in the backcourt. Paige Vos, I believe, starts with them, and Emma Netto. Both those players. Emma, a pretty athletic girl who's a good rebounder. Paige Vos is a good shooter. And I think their 5th starter
Casey Daggett.
is Casey Daggett. I had a little brain cramp there. You saved me. So Casey is another kid. She's a junior now. It's hard to believe, but she's been contributing to the program since her 8th grade year. Came onto the scene as an 8th grader and just did some great things. And she's tough in the middle, very athletic for a big girl. Quick off the floor, quick to the hoop. And has played a lot of big high-level basketball games. All of these girls, they have that advantage. They probably aren't ever going to get flustered because they played in a lot of important games. And they also have some 8th graders that are it seems like every year they have 8th graders that are ready to step up and contribute, and this year isn't any different. There's Madison Shields, who's an 8th grader, and Cami Shields, who's an 8th grader. I expect both to get some good minutes. I've talked to Coach Urquhart about the Ratcliffe girl, Lexi Ratcliffe. That's another girl that he's really high on, who good rebounder and really battles all the time. So they're deep. They got good size. They got some girls that can shoot. They really have everything you need to contend.
Yeah, and it's their team who have their eye on what's going to happen potentially later in February. The last couple of years, they just kind of steamrolled the competition in Class D. I mean, really taking any suspense out of those state championship runs in the postseason 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Kind of winning them handedly. And a team that'd like to try to get there, a young team that maybe could remind some folks of what Southern Aroostook was like back 3 or 4 years ago. This East Grand team, they've had a lot of success down at the middle school, junior high type levels. And this is a group that, some folks have kind of had their eye on the last couple of years in projecting out towards the future. Now, they were a team, Rob, they didn't they struggled last year. And, they didn't win a game, but they were in a lot of games. And as the season went along, those games were a lot closer. Jordan Calger is a 5'5" guard that they have. They've got Natalie Golding, Madison Oliver. Those kids will both contribute. And again, just a lot of youth out there. So when you're in a matchup like this against a team that's looking to try to compete for a third consecutive state championship, and you're so young like this, what type of goals do you set? You want to come in and you want to win the game, but what types of things do you need to talk about with such a young team?
Yeah, you just want to get better, compete, make things hard on the other team. Play decent defense. Don't let them score from 2 passes. Protect the paint and try to get better. This is an incredibly tough opening test. They're not. I haven't seen the schedule, but my guess is they're not going to play anybody better on their schedule than this. Southern Rustic is most people's de facto favorite to win Class D, and that's a real tough opening night draw. You kind of always want to have maybe a little easier game for your first game, but it is what it is. It's you trial by fire, you get tested the first night. Just go out and compete and do the best you can. Play hard and try to get better every possession.
And this is not the only game on the schedule tonight on WHOU. We've got the Holton girls at Presque Isle taking on the Lady Wildcats. That game will tip off around 7 p.m., so the coverage should start at 6:45 or so up on the North Stream. And then down in the Bangor area stream, got a double dip between Herman and Orono. The girls' game will tip off at 6:30, so you can tune in anytime around 6:15, and then the boys will play afterwards sometime around 8 o'clock. Those are the 4 games we're bringing to you tonight on WHOU. Looking towards the middle to end part of our week, we also are going to have the Holton boys at Presque Isle in a big matchup up there, 7 p.m. Of course, lots of ties between the two teams and communities. Coach Terry Cummings, a Holton native, so those two teams will play Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And then Thursday, Fort Fairfield and Fort Kent boys will square off. The crew from up north, up in the valley, will have that game, and that game is also a 7 o'clock start on Thursday. So as it's been so far in this early part of the season, all week long, you can tune in here on WHOU, and we will bring you all the basketball action here from across the state of Maine. We'll take another short break. There's 4.5 minutes still left here on the clock, and when we come back, once more, we'll preview this game a little bit more, talk about some exciting events coming up on WHOU. Don't go too far. Tip-off is in 4.5 minutes. Back in 90 seconds.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Once again, welcome back to the Southern Aroostook Community School. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran getting ready to bring you the Southern Aroostook Warriors and East Grand Lady Vikings. About 2.5 minutes before tip-off. Rob, lots of exciting things taking place all season long here on WHOU. And one of those events we want to tell you, because we don't want you to miss it. It's coming right up. It's right around the corner. 2 weeks from now, it's going to be the Hall of Fame Classic, which takes place each year down at the Cross Insurance Center. It's something they started, was it last year or the year before?
I think it was the year before, I believe.
Yeah,
not sure about that.
Really exciting. Tony Hamlin, Jamie Russell, and some of the folks really affiliated with the Hall of Fame who helped make that happen. they play an integral role in putting this tournament together. Some of the teams that will be seen down there, and first of all, the Classic takes place on the 27th and 28th. So if you got a couple days off after Christmas, of course, that's right around the weekend, wrapping around Christmas. You can, for $10, see 16 games. Some of the teams you'll get to see: Dexter, Fort Fairfield, George Stevens Academy, Stearns, Calais, many other teams. I know Greenville, Penquist. Some teams you won't get to see all season long. And, if you're just an average basketball fan and you say, well, these might be teams our teams could face in the postseason. These might be teams you know someone you've got a connection with, you may want to watch, or just to see some good quality basketball. There's some good teams down there playing. Again, 16 games in 2 days. It's only $10. You got to go to whou.live, as that is going to be an event that you've got to have the pay-per-view monthly subscription for. But just a really cool thing. That's extra basketball beyond the 150 games that WHOU normally carries each winter.
That's a lot of basketball for $10.
Sure is. And, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to go down and see that event, but I watched some of it last year on the stream, and you can kind of sit there all day long. In fact, I would say you get more basketball in then. Of course, the station's going to also be covering the regional semifinals as well as the regional finals this year. But even with those, once you get into those events, you don't have, especially when you get to the finals, regional championships, you don't have games all day long. Basically, from the time you get up until you go to bed, you can be watching hoops on, on the stream, sitting at home, maybe the pellet stove going.
Yes, that's always nice.
An eggnog and watching some basketball all day long.
Any kind of beverage.
So don't miss that. As we're about ready to have the player introductions. The principal superintendent down here at Southern Heuristic School, John Porter, is on the PA. We'll take it across the court to Mr. Porter.
Prides itself on good sportsmanship. We would ask you to support all the students, coaches, and officials through your positive actions in tonight's contest. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. Carmichael and Mr. Day. Now the starting lineups for the visiting Vikings, coached by Anthony Cropley. The senior, number 24, Jordan Cowger. The junior, 0, Madison Oliver. Freshman number 13, Phoebe Foss. Freshman number 2, Madeline Cowder. And main grader number 23, Daniel Espenshire. Now starting lineup for the Warriors, coached by Cliff Urquhart. The senior number 12, Michaela Porter. The junior number 4, Anna Meadow. The junior number 3, Paige Rose. The junior number 14, Casey Daggett. And the freshman number 15, Madison Russell. Warriors' next home game is Tuesday, December 31st at 1 p.m. versus Ashland. Now would you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for playing our national anthem.
All right, and with that, we are about ready to get underway here. So make sure we get everything set to go. Our officials for tonight's ball game will be Mr. David Day and Mr. Jason Carmichael. East Grand will be suited up here in their traveling maroon uniforms with white and black trim. Southern Heuristics in their home whites, and they've got purple trim. Warriors have taken the court. East Grand just getting a few final instructions from first-year coach Anthony Cropley. As you heard Mr. Porter say, Southern Heuristic is coached by Cliff Urquhart. And we're going to have Casey Daggett standing in the center circle here for Southern Heuristic. And for East Grand, that's going to be Danlin Aspenshield. Ball's going to be up, and it's going to be controlled by the Warriors. Daggett gets it to Porter. 2 dribbles of the ball, right up and in. Emma Netto with the first score of the game, Rob.
Yeah, good start. Nice little set play off the tip there.
It's a big tool, and you've got a player like Daggett who can control the tip so often. This is a steal by Russell at midcourt. She's going to take it by herself, lay it up and in. A 4-0 lead here for the Warriors. But if you can get 2 easy points, you know, there are going to be games when those 2 points can matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
30 seconds into this contest. Dump pass in underneath. Baseline jumper is going to be put up no good as Calgary could not get it to go. And breaking free for a layup is going to be McKaylin Porter. 3 baskets, 3 layups, 45 seconds in, Rob.
Yeah, you got to cover the backcourt. You got to get back defensively. Southern's in a little half-court trap here, giving East Grand some problems.
With the ball is Phoebe Foss down on the floor. McKaylin Porter's down. She's going to tie it up with Foss. The arrow is going to keep the ball with the Vikings. Checking into the game, our first sub is going to be number 4, Emma Davis for the Vikings. We'll see Madison Oliver go to the bench. Ball's in the corner. Now up top of the key. Cowger tries to dump in underneath. The ball's just going to trickle out over the baseline. It's going to be Southern basketball, but we'll see the Vikings put some pressure on this time.
Yep, a lot of times the team that presses doesn't like to be pressed. We'll see how they handle it.
It's a 1-2-1-1 press. Diamond and 1 as Porter's able to break it. Down along the baseline, the ball is going to be picked off.
Yeah, I like that. They sped him up there and forced a turnover, East Grand did.
There's Jordan Oliver with the steal. Now the ball's loose on the other end of the court. 2 players diving to tie it up. Once again, it's going to be Porter. And it's going to be Southern Heuristic this time with the arrows. 6:33 remaining here in just the first quarter. The Warriors have a 6-0 lead. Here's Russell. Finds Porter. Thought about lining up a 3 instead. Passes to Netto, who had a better look. Left all alone on the left block. She's going to take and lay it up over the top of the rim.
Yeah, defensive mistake there. No help and wide open layup. You got to take away the right-handed layup. That's the number one thing.
And an unselfish play by Porter. A trap over on the right side. Baseline, nowhere to go, being bottled up. That's Calgary. So whistle, it's going to remain Viking basketball. Russell defends the inbounds. She's going to tip the ball out. So again, it's going to have to be inbounded deep in the corner by Jordan Oliver of the Vikings. Gets the ball out top. Aspenshield gets it around Oliver. Up top, Foss. Dump it down in underneath. And just nowhere to go. And it's going to be turned over. Southern Heuristic get the ball back with 5:48 on the clock here in the first quarter. Again, some pressure set up, though, by the Vikings. And Southern Heuristic able to easily break that. They've got a 4-on-2 dump down pass. Netto again has a layup.
Yeah, that's 6 for Emma Netto, and they handled the press that time. Got the pass to the middle, then took it wide, and ended up with a 2-on-1. Nice execution by Southern.
More pressure coming up here, and a reach-in foul, I believe, is going to be called. No.
Illegal screen on Aspenshield, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Team controlled.
Yeah, trying to set a ball screen there.
So, Southern Heuristic will get the ball back again. They've already got a double-digit lead just 2.5 minutes in. Left corner, Russell finds Daggett. She turns around, tries to dump it down to Porter. Quick hands, though. Stolen away nicely, as that was number 4, Emma Davis. Now the ball is going to be loose in the corner. Official will indicate it's going to stay with the Vikings.
I like the hustle there, though, by Espenshield, getting on the floor after that loose ball.
In the corner. Right side goes to Oliver, going to swing it around. Cowger now getting in underneath, and a foul's going to be called. Looks like 2 free throws coming up here for Madeline Cowger.
Yep, good take there.
Just a freshman.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen and 8th graders out there for East Grand.
Yeah, this break gives me a chance to total that up. So there's 10 total players on the team, and 7 of those players are either freshmen or sophomores.
Freshmen or 8th graders.
Or 8th graders, you're right.
Yeah.
Foul was reported in against Casey Daggett. It's going to be her first. Second free throw is up, and that one is off the back of the rim, so an empty trip, and Emma Netto on the other end with a quick outlet, had an open layup, just couldn't get it to go. Russell stays with it. She can't get it to go, and another chance, third opportunity coming up here for Southern Aroostook. Bose, low pass, gets to Porter. She'll pick it up, dribble, kicks it out corner. Russell, quick move, ball fake, jumper no good from 8 feet.
What a smooth play, though, by Russell, huh? She didn't finish, but she made a beautiful ball fake.
Steal by Netto on the other end. And Neto's going to lose the ball out of bounds as she went to make a pass. And perhaps the lane closed up. Either way, it's going to be Viking basketball. This gives us time for the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. And Rob, we're pleased to report that no injuries for either one of these 2 teams here to start this contest. And we hope it stays that way.
Yeah, we're happy when we were able to report that always.
A foul's going to be reported in as it'll be against East Grand's Emma Davis.
Early in the season, hopefully you'd like to see everybody healthy.
Callum Porter tries to dump it into Paige Bose. Pass is just too high. It's ripped away, though, as that was Casey Daggett. Just took it away from Davis, and a layup on the other end. It's 12-0 now, Warriors.
Beautiful pass there by Casey Daggett. Didn't have a lot of space. She made that bounce pass to Paige Bose, and Paige Bose was able to finish.
Here's Russell with the steal. She's going to take it, lay it up and in with the left hand. We'll make it 14-0 midway through this first quarter.
Yeah, this half-court trap's causing just all sorts of problems. And a lot of traffic out by half-court. You might be better putting somebody down near the baseline just to spread it out a little bit, because when you got nobody behind you, the back line of that trap can cheat way, way up, and that's what they're doing.
Checking in here for Southern Aroostook is going to be Cammie Shields, number 33. The Vikings with it right side. Dribbling is Foss. She's now got a foul line extended, puts up a jumper no good off the back of the rim. Urban taken down by Netto. She finds Porter on the outlet. Porter with a runner in the lane. Can't get it to go. Stays right with it. Second chance no good. Third chance by Porter. Still no good. Netto with a chance, and Netto can't get it to go. 4 chances there for Southern Aroostook are going to result in a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're beating them up on the glass a little bit, too. They're definitely undersized, East Grand. Decent overall size, but the Southern girls are a little bit bigger.
Here's Netto's first free throw is up and cleanly through. Faith Lindsay checking in for the first time in this contest. She's in for the Vikings. Second free throw is good as well for Netto. She makes a pair, 16-0. Southern Aroostook with a lead, 3:20 remaining here in the first quarter. It's all Warriors so far. Trying to dribble through some of this pressure. It's going to be Foss, nowhere to go, and a 10-second violation as they did not get it over midcourt. You just said it, Rob. You know, a lot of bodies there near midcourt and kind of congesting things.
Yeah, you're trying to get it to the middle, but they're doing a good job taking that away. Want to, like I said, look down towards the baseline.
Callie Russell's in, Madison Shields in as well here for Southern Aroostook. In underneath, Cammie Shields needs some help. She finds Michaela Porter, shot's no good. Rebound taken away by the Vikings. looking to advance the ball up on the right side. Jordan Oliver had her shot adjusted. Rebound taken away by Shields. Madison dumb it down. Russell lays it up and in. An 8th grader to a freshman. And let's see, I believe a timeout is going to be taken here. With 2:39 remaining in the first quarter, the score 18-0 Southern Aroostook. We're going to take, I believe, a 30-second break, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I've really loved to do.
Back live from the Southern Aroostook Community School, where they came out of the timeout early, and it's going to be now a timeout, as they don't want to have a 10-second call, but we'll keep it right here. And this will be a 30-second timeout. You can see the official kind of laughing a little bit. So they thought there was a timeout on the previous play. In reality, there wasn't. No. We ended up taking it. I think everybody else thought that there was. The timer did, but either way, they're going to go to their benches now, Rob.
They ended up getting a timeout out of it anyway.
That's true.
They were charged with one.
So the score 18-0, 2:26 remaining here in the first quarter. You know, we talked about this. You know, these two teams are teams that have been on completely opposite ends of the spectrum the last couple of years. But, you know, East Grand's got some players that are out there doing some okay things. They just haven't found a way to get the ball in the hoop yet.
Yeah.
So what are you saying if you're the coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, try to get the ball to the middle against a half-court trap, but put somebody down on the baseline, and you gotta pass it over the court, over the half-court line. When you gotta have a clock in your head. You know, you gotta have a clock in your head. But you can see they have some skill.
Yep.
Some of the East Grand girls, I think they're
good
definitely
ball handlers.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a team to reckon with here in another year or two.
This time able to get the ball over the midcourt stripe. All ball to Lepto, not many places to go as Foss, and she lost it. Porter can't get the layup to go on the other end. Russell stays with it. She can't get it to go. Rebound ripped away. And it's going to be Viking basketball as Faith Lindsay came down with the board.
Yep, good rebound. In traffic, that was a tough rebound.
Sure was.
Here comes the half-court trap again.
Oliver working against Russell. Not much room. Trying to get the ball into the middle, as you were saying, but just unable to do so. It's a steal, and then stolen right straight back. Foss is able to come up with it. She's going to take it, dump it off to her teammate. Jump shot's no good from the baseline as Calgary just could not get it to go from the left side.
Yeah, I think somebody got a hand on that. I think it might have been Michaela Porter with the block shot.
Junior Madison Oliver coming into the game here for the Vikings. And there's another block that time by Porter. Minute 43 left on the clock. Casey Daggett coming in. Michaela Porter after those two blocks will get a break. In underneath, looked like an open opportunity for Madeline Cowger. Decided not to shoot. Boswell along the baseline. Her shot's in and out, no good. Rebound taken away. It's Cammie Shields. Advances the ball up, finds Daggett, rips it through near the foul line, looking to try to find a teammate and unable to do so. It'll be a turnover for the Warriors.
Yeah, right idea there. Just didn't quite make a great pass.
Callie Russell had been open over on the right block. For East Grand, it's Foss up top. Davis back over to Foss. Trying to figure out what they want to do to set up the offense. And we're going to have a whistle. It's going to be a foul called. This one, I believe, is going to go against Southern Aroostook. It will. That's number 33. That is Cammie Shields. Just her first, team second. Checking back in, Paige Vos. She'll come in and she will replace Callie Russell. Shot up, no good. That was the Vikings' number 2, Madeline Cowger, rebound taken away. Southern Aroostook. And Shields is going to travel.
Yep, just didn't quite put it down there. You know, that's the one we see the most. all the travels we see.
Under a minute remains here in the first quarter. 50 seconds on the clock. The score is 18-0. Southern Aroostook with the commanding lead here. In underneath. Good block as Russell is able to go up and meet Foss. It's going to stay Viking basketball, though. To try to get it inbounds, close to 5 seconds, but able to do so, and there's the first points right there. Foss receives a bounce pass, lays it up and in.
Good execution of the inbounds play there.
Makes it 18-2. Shot's going to be thrown up by Vos. A little runner, no good. Shields stays with it. Cammy can't get it to go. Daggett on the left side can't get the putback, and there's Cammy Shields getting her first 2 points, makes it 20-2.
Cammy's just an 8th grader. I've seen her play in some junior high games. Really impressive player.
Playing good defense there, able to help knock the ball away. Vos has it, looking for the baseball pass, finds Russell down the court, and unable to get a shot off before the horn sounds. But that quarter was all Southern Aroostook as they're going to take a 20-2 lead into the second quarter. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. Sorry. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
And welcome back here to Southern Aroostook Community School. Getting ready for second quarter action. It's the Warriors leading the East Grand Lady Vikings by a score of 20-2. Southern Aroostook's going to come back out with all of their starters, which should have reminded you earlier on. Starting lineups are brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. Out there it's going to be Vos, Russell, Porter, Neto, and Daggett. And it looks like all the starters but one back out there for East Grand. Porter inbounds to Russell, now Vos. Daggett tried the bounce pass, the opposite block over to Neto. It's going to be stolen, taken away by the Vikings.
A pretty good bounce pass there, just threw it a little bit low, but see that double team coming. When you're big, you want to look to the opposite block. It was the right pass, just not well executed.
Vos makes a steal. She got it up the court to Russell. Tried to lay it over the front of the rim, couldn't do so. Back they go the other way. Foss looking in underneath. Had Oliver. Shot's going to be put up. No good. Rebound taken away by Casey Daggett. Paige Vos finds Neto. Russell's going to try a three, and she gets it.
Yeah. She looks like she's changed her shot to me, Maddie Russell. Looks like pretty good stroke. She becomes a good shooter. She's going to be really tough to stop.
And now a steal for Neto. Puts it up, no good. Russell with it. Throws it out top, Vos. And Vos is going to let it go out of bounds as it was last touched by Oliver. So the score is 23-2 now. Rob, we've seen some good players here for Southern Aroostook over the years. And, yeah, I mean, that dates way back a long time, as we just saw Jess Walker, another real good one, is Jess Green now. She's Casey's mother, Casey Daggett's. But now if Russell continues on the upward plane, she could be in the short list of some of the best ones.
Absolutely. Very athletic and very skilled. What a nice move she just made. She started a spin dribble out towards the foul line and came back the other way. She just ended up missing the shot.
Pretty pure looking stroke over there in the corner on that corner three as well. The tie-up is going to give the ball to Southern Aroostook, and right on cue, it was Russell. She put up a shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Foss. Warriors with some pressure. Going to get the ball up the court, and a traveling violation is going to be called as Davis caught the ball but just didn't get it down on the floor before taking a couple big steps.
The right idea, though. It was the right idea.
TC Daggett will check back into the game on the next opportunity. Vos is going to line one up from behind the arc and get it to go. Paige Vos, second three of the quarter here for Southern Aroostook. They've built up a 26-2 lead.
Yeah, Paige Vos wasn't thinking twice, just caught it right in rhythm and buried it.
Voss looked to break some pressure, unable to do so. Davis on the floor did a nice job keeping possession for her team. And now it's going to be a steal by Vos. Gets up the court. Russell, a little too quick for her own good as she took her eye off the ball at the last second, trying to figure out where she was in the court and ended up kicking it out of bounds. Be a turnover for the Warriors, and the Vikings get the basketball. Coach Cliff Urquhart, with 5:52 remaining here in the first half, wants to take a timeout. He's got some things he wants to talk about. 30-second break. We too will take it. Back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
We are back live here on WHOU. Just one of 4 games that we will have on the stream tonight. Southern Aroostook leading East Grand by a score of 26-2, and Southern Aroostook putting lots of pressure on. See if they can generate a steal, as they will. Neto able to come up with it, finds Vos now. They get the ball over midcourt. Vos kicks it out. Shields finds McKaylin Porter. She's going to line one up. I'm going to say she had toes on the line. Going to give her just 2, but it makes it 28-2.
Pretty good ball reversal there, though. They showed how good they can move it.
And the officials are going to look at each other here. I believe it's going to be Southern Aroostook basketball, and it will be, as the question was whether or not that was tipped. And they're going to say it was not. So the Warriors with it. 5:24 remaining here in the first half. It's all Southern Aroostook. Here's Porter, kicks it over, Daggett. Porter, this time toes behind the line. She can't get that one to go, front rim. Neto with a strong board. She went right back up with it. Good job preventing the easy layup. They're gonna make her earn those 2 points from the free throw line. I believe that was Jordan Oliver, and it is. Just her first foul, 4 against the Vikings.
Yeah.
And Neto back to the line where she just went 2 for 2.
Yeah, she's had a nice day already. This is she's got 8 points. And we get 5 minutes left in the second quarter, so working on a nice game.
Neto's second free throw is up. That one is no good. Daggett, though, right there with the reverse layup. She'll get the 2 points as she cleans things up. 30-2 is the score now. 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Casey Daggett just shows how nifty she is around the hoop there. That's a tough finish for anybody, and she made it look easy.
So, after the turnover, it'll be Southern Aroostook's basketball. Neto. And in the corner, Porter just unable to handle that pass. So the Vikings get the ball right back.
Going to see some diamond in one press here.
And a steal. Shields gets the hoop in the arm. Kami Shields coming in, getting a steal. Takes it, lays it right up. She's got a chance for the 3-point play.
Yeah, she took a hard foul there, too. Pretty strong hip check, and Kami Shields able to finish in spite of that.
Kami at the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Porter there, and she's going to take it and lay it up and in. 34-2 now is your score. And a steal, midcourt. Neto to Porter, runner. It's good.
Yeah, that's where Porter's at her best, those little runners and floaters going to the basket. Those are tough shots, and she does a great job with them.
He's Grant able to get the ball over midcourt. Trying to find in underneath the open player. It's going to be tipped out of bounds as they were trying to find Espenshield. The ball be taken out by Oliver. Southern Aroostook shuffling some players in and out. Jumper is going to be put up, no good, as Oliver can't get it to go. Southern Aroostook will get the basketball back with 4:11 now remaining here in the first half of play. Leading by a commanding 34 points.
Yeah, it's a chance for them to work on some things, and if you're East Green, you just got to keep playing hard, try to get better.
Probably not going to face anybody as good as here's Daggett on a cut. They run the play from the short corner, a little high-low, find Daggett on the cutter. She lays it up and in.
And that's how the high-low's done right there. Can't do it much better than that.
She's got a chance.
All about the timing.
3-point play herself. Yeah, and Daggett's a great player to have in that, Rob, is you got to respect her ability to shoot from the outside as well. Can't just kind of collapse on her along the baseline. If she makes a free throw, Casey, a good free throw shooter, makes it 39-2.
It looks like Southern's getting out of the press, the full court press anyway. Now looks like they're matching up man-to-man.
With the ball up top is Foss. She looks to drive left, has it stolen away. Going the other way, shot's going to be no good. Russell stays with it as Madison Shields unable to get the first attempt, but right there was Russell, 41-2.
That's why you always want to follow up that breakaway layup, because you never know. You never know.
Steal by Porter. She's on the floor, needs help, finds it. Russell. Baseline drive. That's Kimmy Shields able to get it to go.
Good little take by Kimmy Shields there.
Vikings get the ball over midcourt. Now it's going to be stolen away by Russell. Looks up, finds Porter. Porter can't get it to go. Sticking with it. Shields again. Kimmy Shields, couple nice back-to-back plays.
8 points for her, for the 8th grader already.
45-2. Under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Porter near steal, and a 10-second violation is going to be called as they could not advance the ball over midcourt. Some new players going to be coming into the game here for the Warriors. We're going to see number 10, Emily Landry, checking into the game for the first time, as well as number 23, that's Jenna Brooks. And we'd already seen Callie Russell into the game. So Coach Urquhart getting some of his younger and lesser experienced players in the game. Of course, a lot of these kids just ended up playing what was a pretty exciting game, Rob. The preliminary contest was a middle school matchup, junior high, featuring Greater Holton Christian Academy, who had a shot at the buzzer and couldn't get it to go against Southern Aroostook.
Went right down to the wire with the Southern Aroostook player hitting a layup with about 6 seconds left to win the game. And we saw the whole second half.
Coach Cropperly decided to take a timeout. We'll take it as well here. 2:23 remaining here in the first half, a 30-second break. We'll be right back here on WHOU.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Callis, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need, Pioneer Broadband.
Back here live from Southern Aroostook Community School, where it is the Lady Warriors with a commanding lead over East Grand. The score is 45-2. And Coach Cropperly giving a nice spirited speech here to his kids, trying to fire them up. Tell them, forget about what the score is. This is only game number 1 on the season, and you're playing probably the toughest team on your schedule.
Yeah, and pick each other up. Don't get on each other's cases. You want to be a good teammate. That's really important, to learn how to be a good teammate.
And a traveling violation is going to be called. Southern Aroostook's going to have the ball. Shields will take it out. In underneath. Ball went into Russell. Now it's going to be a drive. Shots put up by Shields, no good. And a traveling violation will be called. Maddie Shields just unable to get the shot to go.
Yeah, Southern's got a few 8th graders on the floor now as well.
appears as though, Rob, they're just going to kind of reload, not rebuild. The future is still bright down here. And traveling violation is going to be called. Of course, one of the folks who will help make that happen will be our halftime guest in the form of Mr. Brett Russell. Put a lot of time in with these youth teams on both the boys and the girls side. And he's going to come over during the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show to speak to you and kind of talk about things as he's taken over the helm on the boys side. As Kami Shields unable to get that layup to go after the steal. Rebound taken away. The Vikings have it. Emma Davis now with it, the freshman. Trying to work it, free throw line. Shot's going to be put up, and it's going to go.
Nice
Daniel Espenshield.
Yeah, Espenshield with a great shot. Little face-up move and nice little kiss off the glass.
Here with it for the Vikings. It's going to be Jenna Brooks. Going to swing it around. Kami Shields puts one up, no good. Put back, no good, as that was Callie Russell unable to get it to go. A couple players down on the floor. It's going to be Kami able to come up with it. Kami out, Callie. Back to Kami. Or Madison, I should say. Maddie Shields looking to drive. Southern Aroostook taking some time. Under a minute now remaining. Baseline cut. And not seeing the rim. Unable to get the shot off was Emily Landry.
She had the right idea. She's trying to make that next pass for a layup. She probably would have been better off shooting it there.
So, a couple more players checking in and out for each team. Bree Daggett into the game, a sophomore here for Southern Aroostook. The Vikings have just over 30 seconds remaining in the half. The shot's going to be put up, no good. Rebound brought away. Maddie Shields, bounce pass in underneath Landry, and she's going to be fouled. Stopping the clock with 24 seconds left.
Non-shooting foul, though. It's on the floor.
So going to the line here will be Emily Landry, looking for her first points of the game.
People making fun of my sore toe, Tim.
I couldn't do that.
I
knew you were going to have surgery.
Happened to have my shoe off because I had toe surgery. People are getting on me about it.
Apologize, those people Rob's making sick on the air. Russell turns it over for the Warriors.
At least they're not here with us, and they have to look at it.
20 seconds here left in the first half.
A little pick and roll there. That was a nice play.
Espenshield hit the deck, and the ball's going to stay with Southern Aroostook, or sorry, with East Grand. 11 seconds now. See what their inbound play is, as it's going to be a traveling violation. So Southern Aroostook should get the last shot here of the half. They got 9.5 seconds. Coach Urquhart tells them to roll the ball ahead. Kami Shields gets it. Up ahead. Kami Shields launching one up. It's going to end up being short, and that is the way the first half's going to end. The first 16 minutes of this one were all Southern Aroostook. The score at the half is 45-4. Don't go too far. When we come back, we're going to have the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. Rob will be speaking to Brett Russell. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on WHOU.
TheCounty.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
County.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Southern Aroostook High School, where we are at the half with Southern Aroostook Lady Warriors up with a commanding lead of 45-4. And with me now is Mr. Brett Russell. Mr. Russell, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
So you kind of got thrown into the mix here. They're really lucky to get you, in my opinion. You're doing varsity boys. How's that going? And you kind of came into it a little ways into the season. How's things going so far?
You know, it's been good, Rob. I've come in. I missed the first 2 practices due to some conflicting stuff at work and had to be away. And I stepped in that first Wednesday, 2 days in, and the kids have been real receptive. And we've been working really hard on, attitudes and working as a team. And, the ultimate goal is, to make it to Bangor and play hard every night and leave the refereing alone.
Yeah, that's always a good thing as a former ref. And I do such a good job of that when I'm coaching. Not really. I watched you guys out in Hodgson, and I think you got a pretty good team. Talk about your team a little bit. Talk about some of the strengths of your team and what you think you're going to try to do moving forward.
As I come into this, I knew we had a shooter in Jacob Brooks. He's a deadly shooter. If his feet are set, I'm as confident in his three-point shot or any jump shot he takes, for that fact. Inside, we got Hunter Burpee, and he's a big, strong kid, and we've got him playing 15 feet and in this year, and he's really taken to it. And, he's pretty unstoppable. He's a big kid. And then we've got Xavier. He's my slasher, get out and run kid. He's going to score some points in the fast break, and we got 2 freshmen starting. Buddy Porter, which he likes to be called, but Camden, my nephew.
Yeah.
And he's doing a good job handling the ball and distributing. Yeah. And then we got Graham Siltz, another freshman that's, coming along slow. He's a little tentative, but, he's going to be there at the end. And, we're going to try to play defensive game first, and you don't go.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Burpee kid especially. He's tough. He's a good player. He seems very unselfish and sees the floor. When he catches a ball inside, he'll hit cutters, and just a really good player. So you opened up at Washburn, kind of handled them pretty easy. Who are some of the better teams on your schedule? Some of the teams that you say, that's going to be a rough night that night, teams that are pretty talented?
Boy, that's a loaded question. I'll take this cautiously, but, coming into it, I've been with the girls here, following the girls everywhere. I really haven't followed much boys basketball. But on the outside looking in, I'm looking at, Central Aroostook, Fort Kent this weekend, Greater Holton Christian. Who am I forgetting?
Yeah, no.
You tell me, Rob.
No. I think you hit it. I think the Central Aroostook boys always a good team.
Easton's going to be another tough one.
Yep, they had a nice win last night. Easton over Fort Fairfield.
Yes, so. they got 3 really nice players.
Yeah.
They got a couple of really good guards. They got a guy that can hit the 3, and the big guy inside that fights hard for everything. So
I think the Fort Kent boys had some graduation losses, but I think they have some kids back too. So yeah, it sounds like you play a pretty good schedule. Class D overall, the goal, you mentioned it before, is always to get to Bangor. Who do you think some of the tough contenders are in D boys?
Well, from the outside looking in, like I said, that until somebody beats Skank, hey, they're Eastern Maine champs, or Northern Maine champs, as I should say, and Jonesport, I hear's got everybody back, so they're going to be really, really, really tough. And then I think after that, it's anybody's game until somebody steps, up and proves that, they belong up in that other group. So,
the Skink Boys, another team that a lot of athletes. They lost a couple kids, but a ton of kids back, and very well coached with Derek Thompson and Jonesport Beals. You mentioned it. A lot of athletic kids on that team. I remember them from last year. But, I think you guys got as good a shot as anybody. So you mentioned been following the girls. Are you going to be able to see most of your daughter's games? I know you've been heavily involved. You've done a lot of coaching with Maddie, and you really, worked hard to get her this far. And really, she's one of the better freshmen, at least in Northern Maine, if not the States. Very talented player. And have you talked to Coach Urquhart? Tell him to get that schedule so you can do both. Coach/AD Urquhart.
He's done well. I mean, that was really one of the main choices that I had to make when I took this job. And, if the scales would have tipped more, I'm only going to miss a couple.
Yeah.
And if they would have tipped more towards the half of it, I probably would have stepped away and not taken it, because that's more important, at this point in my life. But
yeah, sure.
Now that I'm in here, I'm going to put 100% into it, and we're going to go, full bore. And now I'm invested.
Yeah.
And it didn't take long, week and a half.
You'll do a good job. I know you will. They're lucky to get you, like I said. So listen, we'll be down. We'll be doing some of your games. We appreciate you being with us and wish you a lot of luck. Have a good time. Enjoy it. And don't be a basket case when you lose like I always was. Try to stay away. I don't do that in junior high. But at that level, I used to be known to sit in Tim Hortons parking lot drinking ice caps at 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't do that.
Hey, if it happens, take the headset off and give me a shout and tell me to sit down.
I will. Listen, Brett, thanks a lot for being with us. Appreciate it. And we'll take a 2-minute break and then bring it back on WHOU.
Thanks for having me.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamill has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamill, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken, combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
To kick off the second half, Southern Heuristics got a commanding 45-4 lead over the East Grand Lady Vikings, but we've still got two quarters left to play here. So see what East Grand can do to try to get some work in this game, and look forward to whatever else they've got coming up, as they're going to have Madawaska coming right up on their schedule. With it here for the Vikings. Looking to drive. That shot's going to be partially blocked. Rebound taken away by Russell, as it was Oliver who lost it. And Russell takes it, lays it up and in. Make it 47-4.
13 points for Madison Russell right there.
And
East Grand's come out and do a 1-3-1.
Looks like we've got a water spill, so they'll have a short stoppage here while it's cleaned up. Maybe it's
water
popcorn.
or popcorn.
Okay.
We've had a popcorn incident. down on the court. That might have been us. No, we don't have popcorn tonight.
Just a short break. We'd take one, though.
Southern in a 1-3-1 right now, Tim. And they've forced 2 turnovers.
Russell with the steal, takes it, lays it up and in, that time nicely with the left hand. She's got 4 points in the first 40 seconds of the second half.
She's so fast. When she gets out in front, it's over. You're probably not catching her, even with her dribbling and you sprinting.
Another steal. This time it's Vos. Up ahead, Russell cannot catch up to us. That pass was just a little bit behind her, trying to get out in front of the pack.
Had the right idea, Paige Vos did. She kind of threw it, like you said, threw it behind. Didn't throw it out in stride.
Oliver brings the ball up the court here for the Vikings. Gets it over mid-court. Neto going to put a little bit of pressure on Cowgill. Reversing it around, Oliver gets it in underneath. Espen Shield, nowhere to go with it. Dumps it off to her teammate Foss. She can't get it to go. Russell comes down with the board. Kicks it out in front of the pack. It's Michaela Porter. Euro step off the glass. Lays it up and in. Nice play by Michaela Porter. Now Coach Cliff Urquhart wants to take a timeout. 6:29 remaining here in the third quarter. Score is 51-4 Southern Aroostook. Back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Back here live out of the timeout. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran bringing you this one. Yandoko too far. Coming up shortly just behind us, it's going to be the Holton girls making the trip up to the Star City to take on Presque Isle. That game tips off at 7 o'clock. 6:45, we'll start bringing you the coverage here on the radio as well as on the stream. East Grand with the basketball. Jordan Oliver out top, working against Russell, finds Foss, and it's going to be a turnover against the Vikings. Looks like Foss lost the ball. An argument from the sideline, but not going to change that call as Russell has it. Perhaps a little frustration.
Yeah, it's tough in a game like this. Everything seems to be going wrong. It's good offense there. Beautiful pass by Michaela Porter. Nice cut by Paige Vos.
Again, that's the high-low, finding Vos on the cut. 53-4 is the score. Under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Southern Aroostook flexing their muscles as Vos comes up with a steal. Southern Aroostook's going to look to slow things down a little bit. Russell. Thought about the three, kicks it out. Vos goes inside Daggett. She had a nice seal. She's going to take it, can't get it to go. Follows it up herself. She's going to find Russell, fake the three. Along the baseline, it's Porter. Nowhere to go. Good defense played by Oliver. Up top. Daggett cuts, lays it up and in.
That's always been her signature move there. Face up, jab right, and go left. Always been great at going left, Casey Daggett, even when she was just an 8th grader.
Nearly unstoppable. She catches the ball there on that left side. Bounce pass in underneath is going to go out of bounds as Foss tried to save it in, but the ball's going to touch the end line. Checking in here for the Vikings will be number 4, Emma Davis. Russell hits the ball over mid-court. Swings it around, Neto. Porter, baseline, is going to put up a shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Foss. Foss dribbles with her left hand.
Nice box out there by Foss.
Use the inside-out dribble. Feeds it to a teammate from downtown. Jordan Oliver couldn't get it to go. Rebound taken down by Paige Vos. Vos lines one up from deep, gets it to go. Paige Vos, her second three of the game.
Yep, 10 points for her. Give her time to get her feet set. She's as good a shooter as anybody. She can knock it down.
58-4 is the score. 4 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Oliver looking for help. Finds Espen Shield along the baseline, and a blocking foul is going to be called as Paige Vos tried to cut off the baseline. She slid there just a little bit too late. Credit Michaela Porter, though. This, probably the outcome of this game, Rob, appears to be pretty much settled. However, there's still things for both teams to be able to work on and utilize this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right there, Michaela Porter, with her seniority, working with Vos, talking about that play defensively, how you got to slide a little bit earlier, cut off that baseline.
Yep.
Steal for the
Want to
Warriors.
get better all the time, from the winning end or the losing end.
Shot's going to be put up. No good. Rebound taken away. As Neto couldn't get the putback to go off the Maddie Shields miss. Shields, though, going back the other way. Plays like a little safety or cornerback, able to come up with the basketball. Picks up her dribble. Finds Porter. Zips a pass in underneath. Neto with a nice seal. Lays it up and in. Southern Herstik's got 60.
Beautiful pass by Porter. That's impressive vision on the court there.
3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Foss needs help as she picked up her dribble. Stolen. Cami Shields could have had a layup. Instead, she pulls it out and decides to set things up as Coach Urquhart probably wants to get some work in the half-court offense. And again, Emma Neto takes it and lays it up and in with the left hand.
Yeah, that's a nice left-handed finish here. She almost had a left-handed finish on the previous trip. That was a nice play.
Emma making a case for being our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. She's leading all scorers. Shields with the steal. Finds Porter, pull-up jumper. Get it to go. What a nice pull-up move there by Michaela Porter, and a timeout is going to be taken. 2:23 remaining here in the third quarter. The score 64-4. Back in a minute on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
County.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran back at Southern Aroostook Community School. Midway through the third quarter, Southern Aroostook's in control. Coach Wendell Harvey, head coach of the Hodgson Lady Hawks,
He says he's seen enough, Coach Harvey.
He's going to
try. Harvey's heading.
He wants to make it home and maybe tune in some of the other games we've got coming up on WHOU. We just talked about the Holton Presque Isle girls game, but coming up here at 6:30, the Herman girls are at Orono. And then somewhere around 8 o'clock, it's going to be the Herman Orono boys. You can tune in to see those teams. Orono is always a competitive team, and Herman has two of the favorites in Class B in both the boys and the girls teams. Some pretty impressive players on each side. Right now, we've got some sort of a spill on the floor. I know earlier it was popcorn. We thought it was water. This time I think it is water, Rob. They got the towels out, so it's taking up a little bit of time here. Mr. John Porter's gone out to get the mop. I guarantee it takes less time than whatever it was that happened last year down to the, do you remember that game down in the quarterfinals, Rob? We had like a 45-minute break down at the Cross Center.
Right.
I believe that might have been, was that a Fort Kent game,
yeah.
I want to say?
Yeah.
It was
took
bizarre.
A while.
We never were able to really get an explanation as to what took place, but it started with blood and then, I don't know, some sort of chemical reaction on the floor. So So this stoppage in play, they're going to have to get yet another towel over here on the sideline to make sure they get things cleaned up.
Yeah, you gotta watch. I think it's probably water. Gotta watch those water bottles.
I don't know about you, but back when I was real young, we didn't have water bottles. You just went to the fountain. But then when we got a little bit older, we had the water bottles and kind of kept them off the court just for this particular reason.
Yes, absolutely. They tend to leak.
They do.
All of them. I haven't seen many that don't. Maybe there's probably some nowadays.
I don't know. I think they do all leak. The ones my kids have at home, they tend to be able to find ways to make messes with them. No offense, my children, if you're watching. 2:23 again left here in the third quarter. We're just in the midst of a break. Trying to get a water spill cleaned up on the floor. Southern Aroostook girls leading East Grand by a score of 64-4. And we just had a tweet of the whistle, so I think we're about ready to get this one restarted. As Mr. Porter has quite a pile of towels. Looks like he's going to do some laundry. East Grand, after all of that, the Vikings will have the basketball. Foss has it. She'll give it over to Jordan Oliver, who brings the ball up the court. Oliver calls out the offense. Changes a few things around. Right side. Ball's going to come in to Foss. Taken away, picked up by Emma Davis. Shot's going to be put up. No good. Rebound stolen away by Maddie Shields. Shields kicks it over to her right side. That's Jenna Brooks. Back to Shields. Ball's in underneath, an up and under move attempted by Callie Russell, and I'm going to say a player control foul took place before the shot.
East Grand's going to get it back. Have another chance to add to their total.
Checking into the game will be number 11, Jaden Williams, coming in for the first time. One of these 8th graders here for the Vikings team. Oliver gets the ball over midcourt. Keeps her dribble, swings it around now, finds Davis. Emma Davis. Back to Oliver. Right side. Jaden Williams tries to go inside. The ball's on the floor. Foss has it. Shot's going to be put out, partially blocked by Cammie Shields. Maddie Shields has it now. Left-handed dribble. They're going to work it in underneath. A minute remaining here in the third quarter. Shields, baseline, picks up her dribble. Going to work it around Brooks. Trying to find in underneath. We see Landry looking for it. A shot's going to be put up and in. For Southern Aroostook, makes it 66-4.
Well, that was Maddie Shields. That's her first bucket of the game.
Davis with it here for the Vikings. Tries to go left. Working against Brooks. Espen Shield. Around. Williams had it. Davis now. Under 30 seconds. Near steal. It's going to stay with the Vikings. Step through move. No good. Foss, second opportunity. Her shot's partially blocked. It's going to go out of bounds. Vikings will have 14 seconds to try to get the last basket here the third quarter if they can.
Pretty good step-through move, though.
Sure was. Shot's going to be put up. No good. Rebound. Shot no good. Again, it's going to be a tie-up. And the Arrows going to give the ball to the Vikings. They've got 6.4 seconds on the clock to try to get a shot off here.
Yeah, you don't really want to let them roll it in. Come up and make them pick it up, burn up some clock.
Cammie Shields might have a crack at it. Dumps it down in, underneath, and before Shields can get a shot off here, or Russell, I should say, the horn is going to sound. So, after 3 quarters of play, it's 66 for Southern Aroostook, 4 for East Grand. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you.
A moment like this
is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. countyfcu.org.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Want that special item for this year?
Back here live, getting ready for the fourth and final quarter on WHOU. It's Southern Aroostook with a big lead over East Grand. 67-4 is your score. Lots of younger players in the game here for both teams. Of course, the Vikings have mostly all young players, as they have just 3 upperclassmen on their roster. So it's going to be a Viking basketball here to start the fourth quarter. Here with it, that's going to be Oliver trying to throw it in underneath. It's going to be tipped out. The the Vikings will have the basketball. Oliver gets it in, trying to find a cutter in Davis. Able to do so. Davis a little bit too far in under the rim. She's going to be off with her shot. Maddie Shields works it around Brooks. Back to Shields. Going to put up a runner from the free throw line, and while she can't get it to go, she was bumped. Going to, I believe, say it's in the act of shooting.
Yeah, nice little step through at the top of the zone there. Split those 2 defenders, and when you're in a 2-3 and you let somebody step through up top, it usually creates a lot of problems.
Emma Davis picked up the foul for the Vikings as the first free throw is missed. Maddie's got a second free throw, though, coming her way. That one is up, and that's cleanly through. So, 68-4 is the score. 7:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and now a turnover for the Vikings as that pass was too high. So Southern Aroostook will get it back. Brooks, right side. Shields swings it around. Shot's going to be put up. No good. As Shields just couldn't get it to go, but it's going to be last touch off the Vikings. And we'll see Bree Daggett come back into the game. She'll give Callie Russell a breather. Inbound play comes right straight in to Emily Landry, and she lays it up and in to extend the lead. Oliver to Davis. Left side. Back to Oliver. Going to play a 2-man game. On the left side, now it's going to be stolen away. And Cami Shields is going to elect to kind of hold things up for a minute.
Yeah, work on your half-court offense, and I think that's by design there. There's been a couple times she's had steals out front and kind of just pulled it out.
We're going to see Victoria Gilman come into the game here, another 8th grader for this East Grand Viking team. Faith Lindsay will come in as well. Shields drives, puts it up, gets it to go.
10 points for the 8th grader, Cami Shields.
Cami having herself a nice game. Oliver gets to Davis. Back to Oliver. Gonna swing it around. In underneath, shot's gonna be put up, and it won't go for Foss, but a foul's gonna be called. Foss will go to the free throw line.
Pretty strong move there. Good entry pass and a good spin towards the baseline. Took the contact and is gonna get 2 shots.
Trying to get her team on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, they haven't shot a lot of free throws today. They've only had 3 or 4 free throws on the whole day.
That free throw is going to be missed. Second free throw on the way. And a violation is going to wave that one off as Foss had a toe on the line, so it won't count. Keeps the score 72-4, 6:08 remaining here in the contest. Posting up is Selena Botting on the inside. They can't make the entry pass to her here, can the Warriors? Trying to go inside, Bree Daggett. The ball's going to be tipped, and it's going to be last touch off of Southern Aroostook as Faith Lindsay was right there. Faith will inbound to Jordan Oliver. Jordan just walks it up the court. Going to throw up a runner and gets it to go. Good looking take. Jordan Oliver gets 2 points.
Yeah, her first deuce of the game, and I like to see a few more of those. Try to be aggressive and split that defense.
Bree Daggett's turnaround shot, no good. Rebound up and in by Botting.
Botting does a nice job keeping the ball high.
Now the ball is going to go out of bounds as a high pass is going to sail out along the baseline. A couple new bodies come in here for East Grand. We'll see Madeline Cowger check back into the game, as will Madison Oliver. Turnaround shot's going to be put up. Bree Daggett gets it to go. Leads up to 70, Rob.
Yeah, Bree Daggett's first hoop of the game.
A runner going the other way. Oliver tried to get that shot to go, could not. Rebound taken away. Here comes Southern Aroostook. Cami Shields swinging around. Landry's going to have a jump shot. No good. Shields right there. Can't get the putback. Ball's going to be tipped around, fought for, and it's going to be Faith Lindsay coming away with the ball, but the arrow gives the ball to the Warriors.
Good battle, keeping that one alive.
Emily Stewart wants to check into the game here. That buzzer sounds, or the horn. Emily Skinner as well going to come into the game here for Southern Aroostook. Here is Oliver. Oliver. Shot's going to be fired up, no good, off the mark, as that was Victoria Gilman. Couldn't get it to go. Back come the Warriors. Jenna Brooks. Looks to try to find Stewart. Stewart back to Brooks. Daggett trying to post up on the interior. Botting has it now. Uses her dribble. Puts up a shot along the baseline. It's a little long, but right there is Daggett. Lays it up and in.
She did a nice job keeping it up above her head, sticking in the layup.
78-6. Another shot's going to be put up by Gilman. No good. Rebound taken away again by the Warriors. A one-and-done trip that time. With it, it's Brooks. Working against Cowger. Stewart now. Southern Aroostook in complete control of this one. Brooks starts her drive, rips through, needs help as she picked up her dribble. She'll find it. That's Skinner. Skinner needs help. Shot's going to be put up, and that's going to be off the marks. Brooks couldn't get it to go. Put back, no good. Rebound taken away by the Vikings.
Southern Aroostook's got some pretty good size coming off the bench.
Sure do. Gilman thought about it. Instead, kicks it out. Oliver's going to put up a shot. No good. Rebound. It's going to be taken away and ripped down by Brooks. Brooks. Inside out dribble. Picks it up. Needs a little help. Finds Skinner. Skinner's going to use her dribble. Stolen away, no. And then stolen right straight back. It's Brooks. Takes it. Lays it up and in.
Good left hand there by Brooks. She gets in the scoring column.
And now the ball's going to be knocked away. Last touch by the Warriors with 2:28 left here on the clock. Checking in will be Kayla McClelland. in for the first time for East Grand. Shot up along the baseline. It's going to be no good. Cowger couldn't get it to go. And we've got a whistle. The officials are going to look at each other. It's going to be a reach-in foul. That is going to go against Victoria Gilman. Brooks, way up top. Let's get rid of it as a 5-second count has started. She'll do so. Swings it around. Stewart with her dribble. Works around Skinner. To Botting. Turnaround shot off the glass. No good. Rebound taken away by the Vikings. Under 2 minutes remaining in this contest. Botting at midcourt. Had to get rid of it as she was trapped. Espenschield looks up. Finds a teammate who lays it up and in. It's going to be Madeline Cowger, the freshman, getting 2 points. Makes it 8-8.
Good job there by Espenschield, Danlin Espenschield with a nice pass up ahead.
Minute and a half left in this contest. Jumper, put up, Daggett, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, taken away, and shot fired up. Stewart couldn't get that to go, and a foul is going to be called. So we'll see some free throws coming up here, as this will be Botting. Selena, a junior, having 2 free throws coming her way. Rob, with 1:18 left in this contest, why don't we preview a game? The next game we'll have tonight on WHOU. You and I are going to race home and try to catch it, as it looks to be a good one between the Holton girls, who picked up a big win over MDI on Saturday, and the Presque Isle girls. Why don't you preview that one a little bit with 1:18 left in this one?
The Holton girls, the key to the game for them is going to be taking care of the ball and keeping a defender on somewhere in the vicinity of Faith Schoberg. She's a great shooter. Presque Isle girls, always tough at home. I don't venture to guess what their record is in that gym in the last 15 years, but it's really, really good. I mean, I would be surprised if they had too many more losses than 10 or 12 in the last 10 or 12 years. I mean, they don't generally lose at home. They have some other good players as well. And they're a team that they're going to run Faith Schoberg off screens all over the place, do a lot of pick and rolls. And they have the Maggie Castoni girl transfer. She's been there a couple years now from Washburn. And Holton girls, I thought they had a nice win. We were able to do that game on Saturday against MDI, and what was a nip and tuck game the whole game.
Yep.
Got contributions from pretty well everybody. Tegan Ewings played well. Mia Henderson played well. Olivia Henderson, I thought, really, really played well.
Yep.
So, it's a winnable game, but it's a tough place to play, and we'll see what happens.
If you're wondering what's going on in the break, there was a timeout taken, but Rob and I are going to keep it right here, as there's only 54 seconds left on the clock, so we'll keep it right here. And, Rob, I'm not sure that necessarily a lot of folks expected, even though that MDI team had lost a lot, that the Holton girls could pick up that win in the first game, not because they don't have the talent or ability, but because the fact they've been dealing with a lot of injuries early in the preseason. Ewings was limited in what games she could play. Mia Henderson had been limited as well, but everything came together for a nice win.
Yeah, absolutely. They, could have gone either way. They struggled a little bit. I thought Holton struggled a little bit on the defensive rebounding end of things, but were able to get enough defensive rebounds and get enough turnovers and make enough buckets to get a W. And that's a W that, I don't think MDI is going to win 15 games, but I don't think they're going to win 2 either. I think it'll take them a little ways.
Shot was put up back in the action here as Madeline Cowger couldn't get one to go from downtown. Rebound taken away. Just over 30 seconds remaining in this one. Along the baseline. Gonna kick the ball back out. Shot's gonna be fired up. Stewart off the mark, can't get it to go. Rebound picked up. Botting. She's gonna put up a putback, and it's gonna be last touch off the Warriors. 21 ticks left here on the clock. Score 82-8. Southern Aroostook in control from the very tip. They scored about 3 seconds into this game and did not look back.
Yep, they played great defense, forced a ton of turnovers, and shot a lot of layups, honestly.
They did.
If you think back, they did hit a few perimeter shots, but it was more layups than anything.
Foul is going to be called with 3.1 seconds remaining. Rob, I'll let you go ahead if you want to make your way down and find our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. As there is the final buzzer. It's going to be Southern Aroostook picking up the 82-8 victory over the East Grand Lady Vikings. We'll take a 30-second break, allow Rob an opportunity to make his way down courtside, and we'll be back here in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
We are back live at Southern Aroostook Community School. We are in the Pat's Pizza postgame show. Rob is waiting to collect his guest down along the court as a couple of the players snuck off just a little bit early on him, so we'll give him a second to go ahead and catch up. While we do that, we'll run down through some of the scoring here as contributions all over the place for Southern Aroostook. McKaylin Porter dropped in 12 in this game to match her uniform number. Paige Vos in double digits with 10. Emma Netto with a dozen as well here for Southern Aroostook. 2 points out of Selena Botting. 7 points from Casey Daggett. 4 from Bree Daggett. Maddie Russell led all players in this contest with 15 points. Jenna Brooks with 2. Emily Landry with 2. Maddie Shields with 3. And Kami Shields with 10 on the other side for East Grand. There's Jordan Oliver, Phoebe Foss, Madeline Cowger, and Danilyn Espenshield, all with 2 points apiece. Rob is now courtside. He's found himself his Pat's Pizza postgame guest, and it looks like it's Emma Netto. We'll give Rob just a moment before we kick it down to him down along the courtside. And it looks like he's ready. We'll turn it to you guys.
Thanks, Tim. I'm over here with my reluctant guest, Emma Netto. Emma, great job early on. You really took it to the basket, scored. Your role's expanded this year. What's Coach saying to you about that?
Basically to keep up the good work, I guess. Do what I'm doing, and I'll be fine.
Now, tonight you kind of came out and before the game, or when the game started, and really took it to them with the press. Are you going to play that way all year? You think you're going to press teams quite a bit?
Yeah, it's working for us good, so probably.
So, 2-time state champs. What's it going to take to be 3-time state champs and get a three-peat?
Like work together as a team, I guess, and I don't know.
Lady, a few words here. She's a little nervous, Tim. Well, listen, Emma, great job. I'm going to let you go. You got your whole team watching over there, but you did a great job, and we appreciate you being our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Tim, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob. And not always easy for those youngsters, particularly the first time on the radio. It's a lot easier sometimes on the other side, but her teammates cheering her on as she makes her way back over there. Kind of a neat thing they do here at Southern Aroostook, where the teammates kind of wait and allow for their teammate to finish their interview. So Southern Aroostook team pulling out the 82-8 victory here tonight for them. They're going to look ahead. Their next game is going to be on Saturdays. They're going to take on Fort Kent, and then Madawaska is the next opponent here for East Grand, as they've got the Owls coming up on their schedule. For us, on our schedule here tonight on WHOU, again, it's the Holton girls playing Presque Isle. Steve Carmichael and Bobby Russell will bring you that game just shortly, as they probably will be tuning in about 12 minutes or so here, so make sure you tune into that game. And then the Herman and Orono teams, 6:30 tip-off for the girls, 8 o'clock for the boys. And so you can tune into those games as well. 4 games to choose from tonight on the station. Tomorrow, it will be the Holton boys making the trip up after they picked up a nice victory over MDI on Saturday. They'll be taking on the Wildcats. That broadcast we'll bring into you at 6:45, 7 o'clock tip-off. Thursday, it is going to be Fort Fairfield at the Fort Kent boys, and that is also a 7 o'clock start. Rob, while you were away, I ran down through the scores, so I think we've probably wrapped up pretty much everything here for tonight, but we do want to make sure we thank everyone for helping make this broadcast possible. Daniel Ross has been back here running the camera for us this evening. Back at the station, Olivia Morris has been doing the producing. Greg Coster is board hopping, back making sure that Rob and I aren't screwing up too much, and we want to thank you, the fans, for listening. I'm Tim Tweedy for my broadcasting partner, Rob Moran. Thank you for listening to this contest. Make sure we're done for the week, but plenty more games on WHOU. Just because Rob and I are off, the other crews are going to be busy. Next week, we've got a busy week, so we'll enjoy this one with the holidays coming up, maybe a little family time, and catching a few games on the stream like you, the average fan. And again, we want to thank you for tuning in on this one. Make sure you flip over to one of our other contests we have here on WHOU. And until next time, thank you and good night, everyone.